RDX's new gloves, the Apex, from their Apex range. These come in Velcro and lace. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Simon, former amateur boxer, current amateur boxing coach. Fit to Box channel is where I show you all the boxing equipment that is out there, rate and rank it. Today we have got some gloves, the RDX Apex, and these, as you can see, in the red, the black and the white, and they also come in blue, black and white as well, and they come in Velcro as well as the lace-up version. So, as with all RDX, you can see that they've got badges all over them. Okay, they've got more badges than a rally car. RDX, they always do that. And also, although I have cut them off, these do come with the labels and the tags that you always get with RDX. And I've covered that off before, so I've cut them off and I'll put that to one side. Okay, so as I bring that across, of course, the last RDX gloves that I did was these ones here, and these were the Mark Pro. And one of the things I said about the Mark Pro was the fact that that was too long and too much of an effort to open up. With these particular ones, you can see that it is shorter in that area. It is easier to open up, so RDX have made an improvement from that glove. These are £155.99, and they come with the bag, which is like a rubbery bag, which is good for carrying them in. But I wouldn't sort of keep them in there because obviously the wetness of the gloves will stay if you keep them in that bag. It has got like a shoulder strap as well, so that's good to carry to the gym and from the gym. They also come with a box as well for you to store them in. Obviously, I would just take the bag to the gym as opposed to the box. So let me just show you around. Now in here, as always, the RDX come out with sort of their descriptions. I'm going to sort of read out the descriptions in here again, what I feel about them. So this is the RDX Super Skin, which is an artificial leather. It also says that they've got cutting edge Lumex 2 padding with Evolution foam sheet, and also something called G Foam TM as well. So they've got lots of trademark, like little sort of titles of the technology that goes into here. Again, it says calibrated impact diffusion sheet, sponge X padding, neoprene layer, and also something called Max Shock equilibrium foam. And I don't mind them giving all those sort of names to the different technology that's in here. On the website though, I just wish they'd describe what each of those do. So not just give a title, but what does it do? Where is it on the glove? And just be a little bit more sort of descriptive. That'll put some purpose behind those titles. Because at the minute, it very much like the labels, it's sort of loads of labels, but what do they all mean? So really, what I'd like from RDX is to, have on their website a cut of the glove so you can see where the different technologies are and tell us exactly what those technologies do. I think that would be a great way to describe to us as the customers as to what you are putting into your gloves, because at the minute it is just a load of fancy names, and I think that they could do better if they go into all the trouble of doing all the technology. At least tell us what that technology is doing. So let's have a closer look at these gloves. So the RDX Apex gloves, as you can see, RDX on the rear of the Velcro, big RDX on the rear of the glove. I'll bring that round. You've got RDX on the thumb, the front there, RDX incorporated, and RDX logo there, and then Apex Series Pro Sparring. I'll open that up. As you can see, they've got that sort of quarter panel there, which, as I say, I've seen on Salvador gloves before. And then inside, and this is where there's a plethora of logos again. Lumex 2 padding, 16-ounce A5 sparring gloves, RDX official licensed product, and then over here R&D in UK and the US there, and then across here you've got performance gear, you've got quality approved, super skin, which obviously is the material on the outside, handmade, again R&D in UK and USA, which is the same as the one that's over here. And then over the bottom there we've got something as well down the bottom, just read that there, and it says high, hard to read actually, high, I can't even read it. So, and even at the bottom there, I mean, some of these logos are so small. I think that says high breathability, but it could be high breastability. And then at the bottom here, anatomical cut, I think it says, but it could easily be anal comical cut. It's that small when it comes to the logos. Again, a bit confused as to why they do all of this, especially the amount of times they mention that this is an RDX glove. I think you know that because you've bought an RDX glove. Let's bring it round for you. You've got that padding area. This is after sort of probably about nearly 50 rounds, 30 to 50 rounds of use, I would say. Definitely needs breaking in. These have softened up. Let me show you a pair of gloves. These are the lace up. I haven't used these yet, and as you can see there, that is stiffer than the ones that I've used, which I can press in more easily. Okay, so in there you've obviously got the technology that I've talked about already. Then you come on to the thumb. That's a straight thumb. The front of the thumb there, it's a bit tight at first. Again, that softens, no air holes, and the thumb attachment in the right place there. Then you've got the Velcro, good Velcro strap with some rectangular padding on the front of each side there, and then there is that Velcro, and there as well does provide a good wrist. And then we go on to the face. Opening the hand does get easier with use. You've got a decent grip bar in there. Then you've got, of course, you've got all those badges, and you've got 6 air holes as well. And then if you just have a look at the stitching's very neat. I do think that this is a very well made glove. And then we can come on to the lining, soft spongy lining there. They call this the Dazzle fabric, but no real sort of explanation as to what goes into that. It does also retain a little dampness if you don't air them out sufficiently in between training sessions. At the front there you've got that elastic to stop the gape, and just bring that over there as well, and then just show you the rear of that glove again. Okay, so first up to the scales, the left glove. As you can see from the front there, it's got 16 ounce, which is hidden underneath the Velcro. I'd quite like to see that on the outside somewhere, so when it is on the boxer's wrist, you'd be able to sort of read it wherever that would be. But yeah, it is covered up. Let's just put that onto there. 16 ounce, and they are 17.8, so that is a heavy glove for a 16 ounce Velcro. And then the right glove, and that is, again, that is 17.9. These are heavy for Velcro, 16 ounce on the label. So now let's move on to the comfort. Now, when it comes to the comfort, the thumbs are very straight, so it makes you feel like you've really got a straight thumb when you're in your fist position. Also, the front of the thumb is sort of tight. That does ease with use. And I also found that this bit here, it was almost like that was a little bit uncomfortable there, which is a strange place to have discomfort on a glove. Let me put them on. Okay, so in terms of the wrist is good. As you can see, I've used these quite a bit on the bag, so these have softened up. a fair amount. I'm going to put on the lace version. Now the lace version, I haven't used these yet, so I want to show you the difference between the gloves that I've used and the gloves that I haven't used in terms of how soft and how much you can open the hand. So I'm opening, that's how they come there, and that's how much they open up after use. I still think that RDX could go softer than that. So let me put that to one side. I'll put this one on, and then I'll put on an Adidas AdiSpeed and show you the sort of softness. So again, I have used this one, being the Velcro. Put on an AdiSpeed. So improvements have been made, but if I have a look, so there I can get to there, and the AdiSpeed I can get to there, so you can see how much further and more easy I can get with the AdiSpeed to catch those shots. Is more of an effort in the RDX. So better than these, better than the initial sort of first time that I put the RDX on, because I've used them for the bag, but still a bit too much of an effort. Whatever's in there with their foams and stuff, I think they just need to look at perhaps putting a bit less in, and that would work for me. So I'll put both of them on. Finger pads are fine. Again, at the start, there was a little bit of sort of pinching in the finger area and sort of at the rear of the thumbnail, but because I've been using them, that has definitely sort of eased. The fronts there, again, that's eased as well. So what you do is you're getting from like quite a tight glove to start off with to a glove that softens. Does it soften enough? They haven't softened enough yet for me. So when it came to the bag, these are labelled as a sparring glove. Now I actually preferred them on the bag just because of that effort to open the hands. They are definitely a glove that you need to break in, and they're definitely, after a few rounds on the bag, they definitely do open up as well. So they are better on probably after 30 rounds on the bag than from day one. Okay, so also the material, which is that sort of synthetic leather, is really sort of holding up well in the test. I can't see any problems with sort of the durability of that. So these are going to go into the tough fit to box Velcro middleweight price division, a very popular division for gloves between 101 UK pounds and 200 UK pounds, or 121 US dollars to 250 US dollars. Let's get the card up on the screen. Style 94, comfort 95, durability 94, sparring 94, bag 95, value for money 95 at £155.99. Again, this is probably the top end, along with these gloves, of the RDX range. Obviously RDX do a lot of sub 50 and sub £100 gloves, so these are really their top of the range. These are like their professional gloves that they are sort of putting out there. So are these the best RDX gloves that I've used? I do like them better than these ones. I think that sort of less in the amount of how long that fingertip area is. I do think that does benefit the glove. So if you have long fingers, I would say go for them, but I think these are a slight improvement on them. For me, you can get better finger control with that sort of finger end, and that helps when you're opening up the glove to catch the shots. Again, I do think it could be softer again. RDX continue to be a bit over-engineered. They're a bit like a good-looking woman who wears too much makeup. You know, it's that kind of feel for me. Sometimes I do think with RDX that less is more, and they always go a bit over the top, whether it's the labels on the logos that are on here, or the description on the website, or the actual padding that's in there that makes it a little bit too stiff. I think if they rein themselves in from that, I think they would improve their gloves, the way they look, but also how they feel as well. But they have got 94.5, one fit to box star, which is very good, and that is like right at the top of the very good scale. Not enough for the sort of the great, the 2 stars, but top end, very good gloves from RDX. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.